Speaker is one of the most important things you can think of.
Now when them so make sense so every go make sense so Makito see us about for pro.
So let's quickly talk about problems that bother around your mixing. As much as every other thing is important when it comes to making music, when it comes to mixing, speaker is one of the most important things you can think of. Without speaker, you cannot produce music. So you cannot mix without speakers. No matter how cheap they are, you cannot mix without them. So for me, rather than investing your money buying one of the most expensive mic, I would rather you get a very good monitor, because speaker is one of the, it is underrated, but it is one of the most important gear around your studio, because that's what determines the total tonality of your song. If you change from one speaker to another speaker, I bet you your sound is going to change drastically. Why? Because all speakers do not sound the same. So get a good speaker and start exploring. And another thing, talking about speaker, another thing that is very important, say, okay, so how do I really understand my speaker? It is a very broad topic. How do I understand my speaker? One way to understand your speaker is by consistently playing other mixed and mastered songs on the speaker. When you come to the studio in the morning, open a playlist of Afro beats, well mixed songs, and start playing them and start just listening. It is way more important than mixing. The time you spend listening to other finished mix on your speaker is important than you just mixing. So it is not just to say, oh, let me just go on and mix and mix and mix. No, it is important that you listen from that your point where you sit and mix. You listen to other records consistently. That's how you better your listening ability. That's how you better your ability to understand your speaker. That's how you understand your speaker more. So by the time you are mixing, you don't really necessarily reference your songs. You just already know how your kick should sound on the speaker, because you've listened to, your ear is now used to the speaker listening to other songs. That is the best way to reference songs. It's not when you just come, you compare, you think you are referencing, but whereas you are comparing. You just come, you play other song, you say, you just play side by side. As you are mixing, so okay, let me mix this song, let me listen to Davido's songs, and afterwards I will now listen to mine. That one you are comparing. The best way to reference your mix is to consistently listen to other records. When you are not mixing, when you don't have work to do, every day, listen to more than 20, 30, 40 times different songs. Let them just be playing. It will not get used to you that you don't even need to play other songs when you are mixing. You don't need to reference. Sometimes I call it compare. You don't need to compare other songs. If you are able to listen to other songs on your headphone, if you are mixing on headphone, listen to other songs on your headphone. If you are mixing on speakers, listen to other songs on speaker. When you are not mixing frequently, it should be your daily routine. I bet you this is what it's going to do to you. Number one, you stop comparing other mixes, other people's song to yours. You stop saying things like this, this song is not sounding like mine, and you have not even asked yourself, why should Davido's song sound like yours? That's comparison. That's not reference, because normally Davido's or Whiskey song is not supposed to sound like yours, because they are not yours. They are different people. You are not Davido. It's not the same engineer. It's not the same producer. It's not the same vocals. It's not the same mic. It's not the same sound card. It's not the same speaker. How can you now be trying to compare your song with another person's song? That is a failure already as an engineer. You should rather say, why is Davido's song not sounding like mine? That's where you should start the conversation from. Davido's song should sound like yours, not yours sounding like his. Why should yours sound like his? Do you get? So if you have this mentality of, no, Whiskey song should sound like mine. So you don't say because they are celebrities. You become a celebrity before you compare your song. That is how it's supposed to be when it comes to you comparing